we want to know what's missing. We want to know, well, if we're not happy, what is it that's missing from our lives? And in order to have love in our lives, because that's the one ingredient I think we can't live without. Well, we can live without it. We may be able to survive, but we certainly won't be able to enjoy our lives. So, what are those ingredients? Okay, just like baking a cake, we need salt, sugar, baking soda, egg, butter, flour, flavors, and the heat to bring it all together, and water and milk, right? Each one of those is a symbol for the inner ingredient that we need. When we talked about salt, salt means you. You have to be in your life, okay? That means self-knowledge. Maybe that's missing. Are you aware of who you really are? My mother used to say our impact on others is like the back of our heads. We can't really see it. Sometimes we can't really see ourselves. So self-knowledge is really important. That's number one. Number two is sugar. What it represents is sweetness, kindness, love. If you're not full of love for yourself or for others, there's something missing. The next ingredient was baking soda. Baking soda makes things rise. The baking soda makes the cake rise. And when we are stepping out there and actually acting the way we really want to act, that's number three. That's the baking soda in our lives. Being, acting, showing up. So, how are you showing up? Is that missing from your life? Number four. Number four represents the egg. Is the real nutrition of the cake. And how do we nurture ourselves? This is our oomph. This is our gift to the world that is our uniqueness. They're the things that give you joy when you're creative. So, what is your gift to the world? Have you abandoned your own gifts? Have you put your own creative self on the shelf? Okay, maybe that's a missing ingredient in your life. Without an egg in the cake, it's not as good. It won't be as good as a cake. So, that is number four. Now, number five in our list of ingredients. Number five in the cake in the ingredients is the oil or the butter. Good manners are like the oil of human machinery. Good manners. If we don't have good manners, we won't be able to have a good relationship with other people. And how do we have good manners? We have to use our brain. We have to think about the other person and how our actions are affecting other people. So now the sixth ingredient is really important. In a cake, the sixth ingredient is flour. Now, flour is one of the biggest ingredients in a cake. Flour makes everything stick together, right? So, do you have a group, whether it's a church group, a family group? Do you have a place where you feel accepted? Where you feel like you're part of the group, where you're stuck together with that group and you feel at home like a family. Whether it's your own family, sometimes in-laws are outlaws. Your family doesn't always feel like you feel safe with them. What is the family group that you feel safe in? What do you feel like they're loyal to you and you're loyal to them? We need loyalty in our lives. We need a sense of we're not alone. We need that. And since flour is one of the largest ingredients in a cake, it's one of the most important ingredients that we all need to feel safe. Do you feel safe? Or do you feel alone? And see if that may be an ingredient that's missing in your life. Okay, that's number 6. Now remember, we have 9 ingredients. We have 3 more to go. So, 7. The 7th ingredient is flavor in a cake. Whether it's vanilla or chocolate or strawberry, it's flavor. It's that little that makes the cake taste good and not boring, right? So the flavor in a cake is a symbol for fun. Are you having fun in your life? Are you being able to really have some joy? Where you get a chance to go, wee! Do you get the wee in your life? Do you get that fun in your life? Are you feeling positive in your life? Do you have a chance to be full of joy? What's the joy in your life? A lot of people have a sort of maybe an unhappy life in some ways, but they find joy in other ways in their spiritual life. The joy of the Lord is our strength. So we can have our joy in our inner life, in our sense of peace and joy that we get from God. But we also need to have fun. So what is the flavor and the fun in your life? And is that joy missing? So you can find joy even if you're miserable. Number 7 is joy. Have a place of positive joy in your life. Number 8. Number 8 is the heat in a recipe. Number 8 is the power that makes your life come together. Now, do you feel as though you have power? Do you feel as though you have power over your life? Do you feel as though you can make things happen? You know, I heard that a funny saying. It said, there are 3 kinds of people in the world. The 3 kinds of people in the world, those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that wonder what happened. Which one are you? If you don't have power in your life, then you can't make things happen. You feel like you're a victim. Are you a victim? Do you just watch things happen? Or do you make things happen? Can you make things happen? Do you feel like your hands are tied? That nobody allows you to do anything because you always have to ask permission for everything? Maybe you're a doormat. Maybe you're stepped on. Maybe you feel like other people are in charge and you have no power at all. Okay, so your power, the thermostat on your oven is 0. You don't have any power to turn up the heat. So, and how do we turn up the heat without being an asshole? In our lives, we want to make things happen. So how do we make things happen without being a manipulator, without being a doormat? The 2 extremes of the negative power. So that is when we can get our true power. And as I said, we'll go over each one of these ingredients. We'll go over the positive ways to have power. We'll go over the positive ways to have each one of these ingredients operating in our lives. And until then, let's keep going on our list. Now, number 9. Number 9. The magic number. Okay, number 9 is the ingredient in a cake of milk or water. You need that, don't you? It joins together all the other parts, right? It's one of the other big ingredients that helps to moisten all of the rest of the cake. And in our lives, the milk of human kindness, the water of spirit, is what helps unify every part of our lives. It's our peace. And when we have the ability to relax and to let go and relinquish our cares to a higher power, that's really important. So, do you take peace? Do you make peace a part of your life? Or are you in too much of a hurry all the time and never allowing yourself to let go? Do you ever let go? If you can't let go, that's a missing ingredient, right? If you can't finally let go and let God and say, I give up, God. I give up. I can't handle it all. It's too much for me. We have to be able to get to the point where we can just say, I've done what I can do. I have mixed all the ingredients that I can in my life. I have done my best, and now I'm going to leave the rest. That is our last ingredient, number 9, letting go. Letting go. Taking peace and relinquishing our cares to the higher power. Because when we bake a cake, the final thing we do after we've mixed it all together, we have to trust. Trust. Trust and letting it go, putting it in the oven, and letting time do its work. Time. Time is so important. Allowing ourselves to trust that things take time. Things don't have to happen overnight. Things take time to happen overnight. That's a line from one of my husband's songs. Things take time to happen overnight. We always want them to happen overnight, instantly. Instant oatmeal, instant this, instant everything. But when we bake a cake, we have to put it in the oven and we have to wait. When your mind is in a state of confusion and you don't know what to do, you're in a state of doubt because you want something, but you don't know how to make it happen, and you don't know, should you do something or not? If you're in a state of doubt, if you're in a state of confusion, the message is wait. Wait. That's when your cake is in the oven. Things are not done baking yet. Wait. So, when the cake is ready, you'll be able to know and you'll take it out. It'll start to smell good. And your timer might go off if you know it's a certain amount of time. But that's when baking a cake. And if you are so impatient, you want to make things happen right away. When you're in that state of confusion, if you pull the cake out of the oven too fast and try to eat it right away, it won't be good. It won't be finished. If you force everybody else to eat it, they'll go, ugh, it's gooey inside. It's not ready. So, if you're in a state of confusion and you have a tendency to worry, then don't take your cake out of the oven. Wait. Wait. That's a sign to wait. Confusion is a sign to wait. When you're in doubt, don't do anything. That's the message. It's another way of listening to your intuition too. Because when you're in a state of doubt, it's a message from your subconscious to wait and don't do anything. Things are not ready yet. The cake's not done baking. So that's my message for today. Now, we went over the 9 ingredients, and we will go over each one again, but in more depth. But I wanted you to have this overview of the 9 ingredients of a happy life. Well, thank you for joining me today, and we will get together again next week for the next examination of the ingredients. The how. How can we do it? How can we increase that ingredient if it's missing? Once we find out.